Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, we back! All right? I've been putting out Matrix episodes with a quarterback I don't even like, to be honest with you. I don't like any quarterback, but I definitely don't like that one.
Oh,
I gotta put out.
Man.
I respect him as a man. I hate him as a quarterback. Can I clarify it that way? I'll clarify it.
I mean, that's fair, man. But that's one of my guys, man. Like, you come on, like that's one of the nicest human beings on the planet, dude.
Bad stuff in life happened to him as a quarterback, and only him. That's it.
I mean, I'm glad he's retired. Then I'm glad he's retired.
Exactly. But if he picks up a football again, I hope he gets sacked 19 times in a row. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, the good guys are back. It's What's Good America. I am the macho man, Chris Savage, right now, all right? I'm feeling myself. You want to know why? Because we're not just a football school no more, baby. We are a perennial, college word, a perennial basketball power. We get 5 stars in football. We get 5 stars in basketball. The baseball team ain't no slouch. We win in gymnastics. We won the golf tournament. Oh, clearly an Alabama guy won the Masters a couple years ago and is favorite to win it again. We do this. Roll Tide, all right? And my right-hand man on my left-hand side. We said my left-hand man on my right-hand side. The freshly alcoholic. The who needs... Jesus turned water into wine, and he was there for the wine, all right? My homie, my best friend, Mr. White Claw and break the law. James, Big Game, Madison, Walton the third. What's good, baby?
Hey, what's good, America? Man, look. You know, it's been a minute. And normally I'd have something to kind of say to try to make Chris giggle. That usually gets me comfortable. But I'll be honest with y'all. I basically ran down to him today when he was like, hey, we cleared for takeoff. We back. You know what I'm saying? It's like we took a little winter, spring hiatus. Now we're kicking it into full stream for the summer. I was ready to get into it, man. Like, I mean, this is how ready I am, okay? Like, that's just call it what it is, Chris. Like, you know what I'm saying? We out here. It's always about this hat, man. But you know what? Let's just go ahead and do it. You see the shirt. You see what had happened since I've been gone. Like, you can't leave me to my own devices, Chris. You know what? I'm not even shaking. I'm gonna show this nappy head too. Hold on, America.
Oh my God.
You just can't look here. Okay, this is what type of day it is. All right, look. Screwball, I'm telling you right now, y'all better come for us, man. I don't know how much more we can support you. Shout out Chic Workwear. I don't know how much more we can support y'all. I have not touched this bottle since the clear-eyed episodes of James Walton of last month and a half. Like, this is it. This is age to Screwball, America. Who ages Screwball?
Ladies and gentlemen, I know I was one of the ones to say when I got a little bit of money, I wasn't going to move out the hood and sell out. But if Screwball cut this check, I am gone, all right?
Hey, for real. We buying that house. We'll be the only people on the block with our houses paid for. Cash. We'll be the kings around there.
Listen.
But not Rancho Cucamonga. I live in California.
You know us.
We ain't doing Rancho Cucamonga. It's too expensive out here.
We will sell out a little bit for that cash, all right? Not much, but we will sell out a little bit. So if the What's Good America stuff got to have like sponsored by Screwball like right on the side, it is. Oh man, the only reason they plug in Screwball, well, it's delicious and they paying us for it. So it is what it is.
We've been plugging this for free, like Screwball. If I go to Bevmo right now, I guarantee you I have bought $1,000 worth of Screwball in the last year, which is terrible. Terrible.
Listen, man, I'm gonna get right into it.
Let's just roll, dude.
Usually we kind of dilly-dally and walk into all the topics and everything else. I'm gonna get right into it. We're sitting at work, being productive, by the way, just in case my boss is watching this. I was being productive.
Very productive.
I got a text message from my co-host, my left-hand man on my right-hand side. I got a text message. He had 15 things he wanted to talk about. I told him I ain't really got clear talk about all that because I don't want to get stabbed. But the first thing that I want to talk about on this stream, and hold on, shout out to Invisalign. I'm gonna do this shit on camera right now just to show you that the smile is real right now. All right.
I didn't even know you had that in until you started trying to say Invisalign.
Exactly.
The only thing you can't say when you have Invisalign in your mouth is Invisalign.
Invisalign. Straighten up your smile with What's Good America. So
hey, we coming for you, Invisalign.
Well, hey, we will take that check from anybody who gonna cut it. All right.
I'll be back, screwball hat, because if he's going where I think he's going, I need to have my other hat on.
Listen, I am a world-renowned LeBron James hater. All right. And it is what it is. You don't like it? I don't really give a damn. So
okay, I can keep my screwball hat on for this one. Keep going.
Yeah, keep that on. All right. LeBron James and Space Jam, the whatever you want to call it. I don't know. What's it called?
It's called Space Jam, the next level.
The next level, whatever. My kid knows it. I don't know it because I don't care. Yes, I'm going to go see it. I'm probably going to fire stick it just to show LeBron James as much disrespect as I possibly can. All right. Now, there's a couple ways I want to go with this. Starting off, one, I do believe that the Space Jam 1 is going to be better. Space Jam 1 is going to be better than the second one. Where I want to start with this, who has the better opponent? Is it the Monstars or whatever this recreation of the digital Monstars is? Now, I give them credit. I do like the way they're kind of keeping up with the times, and it's not a group of aliens anymore. It's like a digital bunch of whatever, and Don Cheadle's the bad guy for some reason. I love Don Cheadle. Make sure you go see Hotel Rwanda and Iron Man and all other stuff. But Don Cheadle's the bad guy, cyber bad guy somehow. But who you got? The original Monstars or the digital Monstars? We'll call them that.
Yeah, you know what's crazy, because you sent me the meme, and then on top of that, because I've seen the preview, they're the Goon Squad. So I think they're trying to. I think it's supposed to be the Toon Squad versus the Goon Squad. I think that's what they're setting up in the movie. And you know what? I'm going to actually shock America with this. The Goon Squad is a problem. And I'm going to tell you why. Here's the deal. This guy made a lot of money in the NBA. He played for a long time, played for a lot of teams. But I mean, who's Sean Bradley going to guard, bro?
Yeah.
Is he going to guard? Is he going to guard Dame? Is he going to guard Clay?
Ain't Taurasi on that team too?
Is he going to guard Taurasi? Taurasi is, dude. Listen, let me help you with Diana Taurasi first and foremost, okay? Because first of all, that's like family, okay? Like real talk.
Goat.
Okay. When I tell you, I have been up close to Diana Taurasi. Never met her, but I've walked up on her in Minneapolis randomly. Matter of fact, it was at Depot's wedding. I was walking down the street and Diana Taurasi was literally on the street. No, I swear to God. Swear to God.
Hey, is this like coming to America? I was walking down the street and boom, I got hit right in the face.
You know what? No, this is how crazy this is. So Callie's, our brother-in-law, his brother, you know, at that time was coaching on the Phoenix Mercury and was training with Diana Taurasi, was training her. Okay. So he was actually there. So that's how I know. Because I called Callie, I said, I think I just saw Diana Taurasi. She goes, you probably saw Todd, because she was sitting next to a white dude. Okay, so I mean, you know, I'm sorry, screwball. Now, Diana Taurasi is all of 6'3". Like, it's not a game.
Yeah.
It's not like she's 5. No, Diana Taurasi is 6'3". Legit.
Legit.
Dead looking me in my eye. So once again, I say, who is Sean Bradley gonna guard? Because can't nobody guard Damian Lillard.
No.
Isn't Anthony Davis one of the Goon Squad dudes?
Yep.
Is Sean Bradley gonna guard Anthony Davis?
All right, here. All right, listen. All
Okay,
right.
and who's the fifth one? I'm missing the fifth one. There's somebody. I'm missing somebody. That's dope.
Clay.
So we got Clay, Dame, Diana, AD, and I'm missing somebody. I'm gonna have to go ahead and Google this.
Go ahead. I'm gonna run while. Let me run at it.
You type it. Hey, you type in Goon. It's Goon Squad. Like that's hilarious. And the fifth one I'm missing. Oh, that's it. That's all you're gonna do is Damian Lillard. Come on, man. Give me them all. Oh, here it is. Here are all the players. So you got Klay Thompson, Anthony Davis, Dame Lillard, Chris Paul, Draymond Green, Kyle Kuzma, Diana Taurasi, and Chinny and Nneka, the twins. Stud twins that play. Sean Bradley can't check none of these dudes or women. He can check none of them. So
here's how LeBron James loses credit from me anyway. First of all, he stacked his own team, and then he stacked the opposition team just to make himself look better than Michael Jordan. Mind you, Michael Jordan beat an alien squad of alien terrorists with somebody from Seinfeld, Newman, which I'm a Seinfeld fan. I love Newman. With Newman and Bill Murray, Bill Murray is a god all by himself. But this is how you knew when LeBron James was making this movie. All right, listen, I need a better team than Michael Jordan, and I need a better team to beat than Michael Jordan. I guarantee you that came out of his mouth because him and Maverick are getting executive producer credits on this as well. So I guarantee you some part in this whole deal, they were thinking, all right, listen, I'm never going to get 6 rings, but I can beat a better fictional team than Michael Jordan.
look, man, this is where I'm at with all this. First of all, I think it's hysterical. Like the fact that the internet is just undefeated. Like that's what really, really makes me really happy. Because I just want to know who these people are. Because if they paying people to have this type of time to shit on people's moods on the internet, I'm all for that. Because I wasn't even paying attention. I honestly thought the trailer was pretty decent.
It was.
This is what, you know what I'm saying? And MJ's my GOAT, right? Like, that's my guy. LeBron James is a phenomenal actor, okay? Like, I love me some LeBron acting. I almost, Chris, no bullshit, I almost was like, you know what? Let me go watch Trainwreck right now.
He was, I hate to admit it, he was fantastic in Trainwreck.
I mean, everybody else was great, because I'm a Big Hater fan, and
love Hater.
Honestly, I do think she's funny.
Amy
is funny. I really do.
Here's the thing. Really even John Cena was great in that movie. That's the thing about it.
But LeBron stole the show in that movie. Like, he was hysterical. So I even thought in the previews, like, LeBron's acting is going to be like, and we have to put this against other athletes. Like, it's going to be, he's going against himself in Trainwreck, and he's going against Kevin Garnett and in the movie he did with Adam Sandler, where KG was playing himself, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But only the internet can make you feel a certain way about your movie. They said, man, hey, when that meme came out, I lost it because I wasn't even paying attention. Like, I was like, okay, cool, I see what he's trying to do. But, hey, I mean, this dude, he had King Kong and Godzilla on the team.
Dude, that was the great. Even in the movie, LeBron has to stack a team. Even in the movie.
Look, man, I think it's just the times, man. I think this movie, and we've talked about this guy because he deserves to be talked about. He's one of the greatest athletes to ever live.
Yep.
He's arguably the greatest athlete of this millennium. You know what I'm saying? Like, he is. From 2000 on, like, LeBron James's name is going to have some serious reverb through this entire century.
Yeah.
It is. But I mean, it's either two things. He's either trolling all of us with that move. He's like, I'm gonna do this on purpose. So they talking about me
I think he is.
to go get the movie. See, I had to think about this when you were like, we got to talk about it for this angle. And this is why I give LeBron James a lot of credit. More people don't see, that's the thing. People think with my LeBron James hatred for him, which is really a 4-year window of hatred. I only hated him for 4 years. That was it. And that's a rivalry thing. That's how we take shit personal in Chicago. Chris knows that. He lives there. We still mad about shit. They booed Isaiah Thomas in 2020 when he was on ESPN. People have not forgotten. And Isaiah is true blood West Side. Like Isaiah, you know what I'm saying? Like he is the city. So I give LeBron James a lot of credit, dude. Like I think it's the perfect troll. And look, it's doing what it wants. Because Chris wants to go see this. All right, I want to see if he actually, before he goes to the Toon Squad, obviously, in the game. You know what I'm saying? But he's like, I want to see how many other super teams. It's almost like he's making fun of himself within Space Jam. So,
There's a part 3 family reunion.
which I give him credit because, you know, Michael Jordan did the same thing. He put the baseball in there.
Right.
He had already been out of his baseball career by the time they were making that movie. So there is some humility to that. So, I mean, that's me I'm going to defend LeBron James in that sense, that it's a hell of a troll job. I was going to go see it anyway. But Chris, I got to agree with you. The way this thing is shaping up and just what we have seen happen just recently in movies. If you don't work at Marvel, it is hard to make a good sequel. That's all I'm saying. Marvel is the only movie company that can extend off their characters. And look here, that Winter Soldier show, that might be a show for another, the Falcon and Winter Soldier. WandaVision killed it. There's 4 Avengers. They talk about making 18 Avengers movies, and I can't wait.
And I will see all 18 of them.
I mean, the Loki trailer just came out. How many times Loki gonna be alive? And you still like, you know what? I'm gonna watch this dude because he Loki.
Every time. Let me run that.
Loki has died 15 times, and he didn't got like 8 movies out of it.
Let me run that real quick.
Because Marvel's. Go ahead.
So one. I followed your direction, and it took me 2 days. It took me 3 days actually to watch the Snyder cut of Justice League. My God, if they would have put the Snyder cut out the way it is, they would have a fighting chance against Marvel because that Snyder cut is real. Anyway, of course, I'm going to, as Walt had a 4-year span of where he didn't like LeBron. I had the opposite. I had a 4-year span of where I thought LeBron was one of the greatest players of all time. So it's funny. It's funny how that happened. Like
since we're using college words for this, alcohol kicks in. Hey, that dissipated quickly in 20. As soon as he was gone, you was out of there, dude.
Like, forget this guy. Who's this bum? Let's go burn his jersey. Like, I'm done with this guy.
Hey, so, and for the record, America, like, I just want to put this up before you go. Me and Chris Turner were together when the decision came on because we were in Billings together. And I remember, and it wasn't just him, Jack, Tough, who else was there?
KT.
Yeah, KT, Spider-Man, because Bloom, I think, is from down there from y'all.
Yep, Spidey was down there. Yep.
I think Woody might have been there by then. He might have got there. So we had a big Florida, like 25% of our team in Billings. Like, let's put that in perspective.
Yeah.
Shout out my Florida dude. That's another big reason why we went back to back. You can't ever take away, you know, from all the area codes. You know what I'm saying? But I remember they threw a party, and I remember I literally I threw a fit that night. I threw a fit, and I was like, all right, now let's go out.
Yeah, then that happened. That happened. So here I go with it.
Go ahead.
Yes, all right. From my heart, I want to go with the Goon. I mean the Monstars, but at the same time, the Goon Squad has a bench. All right, and if you look at the Monstars, you got it's a big. the main reason why, and I'll just give it away. The main reason why the Monstars could not beat the Goon Squad. The Monstars are too big. All right. You got Muggsy Bogues, who is shorter than Diana Taurasi, first of all. By a foot. And that's the point guard, mind you. This is the point guard difference. Is a foot in height. So you got Muggsy Bogues. You got Grandmama Larry Johnson, Charles Barkley, Patrick Ewing, and Sean Bradley. Mind you, these are some of the greatest NBA players of all time.
Sean Bradley.
Minus Sean Bradley and maybe Muggsy Bogues, depending on
I put Muggsy Bogues in that. I mean, Muggsy Bogues played in the NBA for a long ass time at 5.
He did.
You know how skilled you got to be.
So we got 4 out of 5. We got 4 out of 5 who are some of the greatest NBA players of all time. But in this 2021 positionless basketball where everybody has a crossover and handles and can shoot the 3 ball, I feel like Larry Johnson could lock up AD. I feel like that could happen.
Yeah, I think this was before his back went out too. This was right before the back.
This is Charlotte Larry Johnson, not
Charlotte
New York
Larry
Knicks.
Johnson is one of the most slept on players.
Exactly.
That's why they let Alonzo Mourning go, America. You know, because Larry said it's either going to be him or it's going to be me. And that Larry Johnson
was a dog.
Larry Johnson, here's the best way. Zion Williamson is Larry Johnson.
That's the
Larry
perfect
Johnson.
comparison.
Larry Johnson was that athletic. He was that bouncy. And he was 250. Like that dude was solid.
And big as a mother. Like it wasn't like a slim 250. It was a prison 250. Like he looked every bit of it. But
that dude was a grown-ass man for a long time. Keep going. Sorry.
So you got, I feel like Larry Johnson can lock up AD. But then that's kind of where it stops because then you're either too big or in Muggsy Bogues' case, too small to stop anybody else. Because what are you going to do? Are you going to put Patrick Ewing on Klay Thompson? Are you going to put Sean Bradley on this movie is like I said, I feel like it's LeBron trolling, which I give him full credit for because I feel like that's something he would do. But like this is a better defensive team. I mean, this is a better all-together team because it's a positionless team. Outside of putting Diana Taurasi at either point guard or shooting guard, everybody else plays 3 to 4 positions. Like you can't, there's nothing you could do with them because Draymond, point forward. Anthony Davis can roam from like the 3, 4, or 5. And honestly, depending on who you got going against him, he could play a 1. Who else is on it? Klay. Klay can go 1 through 4, maybe 1 through 3. Like they're a bad matchup. All right. Like it's nothing the Monstars could do against this Goon Squad. Now, saying that, I feel like the Monstars will have a better chance. I mean, the Monstars could beat this LeBron team easily because then LeBron has to live with that broke-ass jumper. And it's gotten better, but to have him live with that jumper all game long, no, he couldn't do it. He couldn't do it. You don't want to drive in there with him. Do you know what Patrick Ewing would do? Ask Michael Jordan. Drive to the hole if you want to on Patrick Ewing. That man learned from Charles Oakley, Georgetown Hoya himself, one of the original Hoyas. For one of the real, like, he came through like the Pistons. He was with the Knicks teams that would beat your ass. That's the Patrick Ewing, like he still had the 2 knee braces, but like his knees weren't as bad as they were towards the end. This is the P. Ewing that would dunk on you with 2 hands and then have that slow, methodical trot back down the court. So all I'm saying is, yes, the Goon Squad is the better team, but if LeBron had to play against the Monstars would beat the shit out of him. I got to find some way to bag on LeBron. I'm sorry.
Hey, I mean, that's I listen, man. When I saw that and then it got paused, like I saw it in the preview because I was like, oh, I got to see this preview, see what this looks like. You know what? You know what would have been hilarious though, because Don Cheadle's in it. He should have went and got Earl the Goat Man a Goat, man. That's what he should have did. That would have put it over the top.
I would have lost it.
Earl the Goat? Come on, man. Don Cheadle did a great job in that movie, man.
That man can grab a $20 bill off the top of the backboard and make change on his way down.
Earl the Goat.
Come on. I might have to watch that tonight. I might have to watch that.
They said Earl the Goat dunked it, caught it with his other hand, dunked it, and got 4 points. They were like, that's game. They took their money and was gone.
Hey, so let me ask you this question. And like this will be, like we're going to streamline these so we can get these out. All right. And it hurts me to even bring this up. You got Space Jam 1 versus the Monstars. You got Space Jam 2 with the Goon Squad. Can there be, and I feel like one party would say yes, and I'm pretty sure the other party would say no, but at the same time, the original party to this movie has been training doing basketball workouts. Can there be a trilogy in which these two said superpowers team up?
So are you saying Michael and LeBron? I tell you what, that movie would make $1 billion.
Easily.
That would be the greatest troll job in the history of sports movies. What if Michael Jordan shows up? I think you might have done a strong goal. What if Michael Jordan makes a cameo? Him and Bill Murray make a cameo in this movie.
And they're just sitting there like, they're just sitting on the side like, you know what? This guy's not half bad. If they make a Space Jam 3 and they're both in it, I feel like you're right. This movie will make $1 billion easily because you then wrap in all these kids who love LeBron now and then all of us.
Yeah. But you know what's crazy, man? Like when you think about it, if you really go back and watch that Space Jam, like the game, and just watch Michael. Michael was all tight with the fundamentals, like he's crossing over. He was hitting jumpers. Like,
pocket pass.
You know what I mean? Like he didn't really have to go to the cartoon stuff until the last 10 seconds. Like Mike was keeping him in the game with fundamental buckets. Mike didn't even shoot threes in that game. They kept him in the game, bro.
Hey.
I mean, like what? Like what? I mean, Elmer Fudd had 2.
Yep.
I think Taz had 2.
Bugs had a couple buckets.
I think Lola had a bucket.
Yeah.
Stan Podolak hit a 3. Mike had like 60 on jump shots and dunks. I thought, dude, like if we go back and go watch that, Mike was so fundamental. He was reverse laying it in. Hey, you know what? When my kids grow up, I'm going to tell them this is how you learn the basketball skills. This is my instructional tape for you. I want you to do all the moves you see in Space Jam.
Like you had the fake pass and then everything. Triple threat position.
I mean, Bill Murray's around the back to Michael was unreal.
It was.
He's like, I'm going left. I'm going left. Oh, never trust an earthling. Hey, man. God. So I don't know, Chris, man. Like, I think you're onto something. I think if they wanted to make the first $1 billion sports cartoon movie,
easily,
I'd make that sequel. I would leave this with some sort of like, yeah, he got, gets it back, but somehow the AI teams up with, the dude, with Danny DeVito's character or whatever.
All right.
They just go after it all.
Here's the best way for this movie to end. LeBron's team ends. They win, right? Everybody's walking out the gym. It's the lights are going off or whatever, then the lights are down. Just there, it's a spotlight down on the other end of the court. Spotlight's coming from the back, the camera's coming from the back, and all it shows are the Space Jam 11s. And then the movie goes off. Like it shows the Space Jam 11s, and it shows like them quarter ankle socks that Jordan used to wear, the white ones, which are trash, by the way. That's the one thing about Michael Jordan's game that was trash. Like his sock game was terrible. Like,
What?
His sock game was terrible.
Dude, it was all about that quarter over the shoe show with the Nike side in the 90s. Stop playing.
It was terrible.
That was dope.
It was
That was so dope.
His sock game was terrible.
That's how I know. Like you talk all this stuff about being this great hooper. That was the look. It was the baggy shorts, and you wanted to just have that Nike emblem be able to show over whatever shoe you're wearing. Like me, I didn't play in Jordans.
No.
Let me be honest, America. Let me go ahead and trash myself. I wore Scottie Pippen flights. I had a pair of Dennis Rodmans in Carolina blue and white.
I respect that. That's a cold shoe. Like I respect that.
And then whatever team shoe that we got at Hensdale South, like the Nike whatever, for like $59.99. Those are like my basketball shoes for like 3 years. The only other pair of shoes I ever got was when I played in the AND1 tournament, and I kept my shoes from the AND1 game that I played in. Should have kept more. Now realizing that I wasn't going to get in trouble with the NCAA, I should have kept more shit. I could have been in the video game. I should have been on the video game. I blew that.
That was a good ass game.
I blew that. I could have been I would have been a playable character in there. My skills would have been garbage, but I'd have been in the game. My dunk might have been like a 7 out of 10, but everything else, my defense, Baby Shaq crossed the shit out of me. He got me. Sat my ass on the bench. They were like, "Yeah, you're gonna sit down for a while."
You're good.
Good. I did have 4 points in that game, though. I scored 4.
So here's my thing. Like when it came to the socks or whatever, so in high school, my socks were like, I love like the long compression like socks. And they have like the Nike sign like right at the top. Or I like the ones that were above like the quarter ankle, whatever it was. So they were a little bit longer, but it stopped like right underneath the calf. And like those are the ones that like had like the dry fit. That's when Nike started messing around with the socks or whatever and had like the designs and all that on it.
I give Carmelo a lot of credit for that crew sock coming back. That was Melo. Melo made that. He made that cool. And now I ain't gonna sit here and lie. Like I basically wear black Nike crew socks like all the time, like right there, like no shade. They're like all-purpose socks and shit. Well, shout out Melo. I'm gonna give Melo all the credit for that.
I respect that. I respect it. And then like it's a no-show sock. That's it. Like I can't do like no.
The no-show, I'm telling you, that didn't really start coming in, man, until we were well out. Because here's the thing, we were all wearing 3/4. Nobody wore everybody wore 3/4 shoes. So you couldn't even wear non-show because you'd be chafing all up on your ankle.
Right.
Because nobody was wearing, you were either wearing high tops or you were wearing 3/4. Nobody wore lows.
No, not at all.
Michael made lows, but nobody wore those on the court.
Only time you wore lows is if you had Air Forces on. That's it.
Yeah, and you talking about somebody, I played in Air Forces in college.
How?
Well, for one, Chris, I was a better athlete back then. 2, I'm from Chicago. 3, because I'm telling you, dude, I get it. I get it. First team, freshman All-American.
Oh my God.
There's one level. I understand. 5-star, top 80 player in the nation. I get it. But I was a 5-star athlete. That's why I could wear high tops and put it between my legs. That's who I am, man. Matter of fact, I won a dunk contest on the AND1 mixtape tour in Air Forces. Ask Britt Taylor. When you see Britt Taylor at my wedding, ask Britt Taylor. Because Britt Taylor was on that tour. He was working. They used to call him the intern. That was his nickname. He even made a show. Ask Britt. When you see Britt, because Britt's got special access. He's not in the wedding party. That's what. You ask Britt when you see him. You ask him. He tells his kids right now, Britt Taylor's the best coach in your state right now. And he'll tell you the type of game I had. I ain't gonna mess with you. I'm tired of you.
I'm going to say I wasn't taking anything away from you. I just asked how do you play in Air Force. That was it.
Hey,
like they're like playing in boots.
Hey, 10 sips of screwball, and I'm already there. I'm already defending Air Force.
I'm gonna tell you,
shout out Screwball for making me defend my shoes.
I'm gonna tell you my claim to fame in basketball, which anytime anybody brings up basketball, I find a way to weasel this into the conversation. My claim to fame in basketball, mind you, I played basketball just to show college coaches that I could move around and everything else. And all I really kind of did was snowbird so I could dunk and show coaches I could dunk. That was it. My claim to fame, and it came up on the earlier shows when we were just doing audio, my claim to fame in basketball is that I almost dunked on Amari Stoudemire. That's it. And I live by it. That's it. So if everybody, oh, you can't hoop, bitch, I almost dunked on Amari Stoudemire. Did you? All right, then.
And here's the best part. Amari probably remembers. He's like, yeah, I remember you. You know, Amari, you tried to dunk on me.
I'm going to set the stage for you. So I'm on the AAU team with a bunch of dudes who were going to the NBA team, or a bunch of dudes who were going to NBA. And then it was my football playing ass. All right. I was honestly on this team for the 6 files. That was it. Because I'm a bang with whoever want to come down there. Anyway, we're up on Amari Stoudemire's team, whatever. We're up big, too. They come down the court. We had the number 1 player in the country on our team, and the number 3 player in the country on our team. They're doing like a figure 8 with just the 2 of them. Me, I'm snowbirding because that's what I do. And if for those of you who don't know what a snowbird is, I'm just chilling on the other end of the court, slowly meandering to the other side, trying to catch a fast break.
Yeah, see, in the North, we call that cherry picking.
There you go. So I'm cherry picking.
I was very guilty of that. I did that a lot. And like, you was coming back slow. You trying to get that breakaway dunk. I was like, you damn right.
Yo, so they coming down. They see me. Hey, big turn to him. Boom. I catch it. Take them 2 gather steps. I see Amari Stoudemire coming. This dude was on Slam Magazine in high school. Oh, you about to get all these nuts on you real quick. Excuse the language. I go up. Oh, this might go in. He jumps. Oh, he got up here pretty damn quick. I closed my eyes and just kind of threw the ball. Like it went in and then bounced out all hard and everything. We got the ball, they shot a 3. Well, we still won. That almost happened, though. I just want to put that out there.
If you'd have got him, I'd have been using that to get Amari Stoudemire on this show.
You remember that dude who dunked you when you were 16? Me.
Yeah, man. It ain't good getting dunked on, man. I got that. I got a sophomore from Oak Park River Forest got me bad my senior year. Because I went against my nature. I tried to take a charge, and he put his nuts. He got me. I got one in church league, and then my boy Josh Mason got me in the rec. Yeah, he got me. He got me bad. He got me bad.
All right.
I had no confidence by then. My confidence was gone. You know, no Northwestern.
Here's my question.
Northwestern scholarship. I wasn't starting on the team after leading the team in points, rebounds, blocks, steals, second and assists. Somehow I got benched halfway during the season. If I ever see Coach Lavarado, we're going to have a nice conversation about why he felt like he had to do this to me. And Chris, that was the only sport I worked at in high school. Football was so natural because I was just okay.
Here's my question, and then we're going to wrap it up and head to our next topic.
I worked hard for life. I would shoot 100 free throws a day. I would get 100 threes up after practice in the morning.
Damn you, screwball. Damn you, screwball.
If I ever see live, we're going to have a beer, and he's going to apologize to me. That was messed up. I'd have been all area. That's bullshit. He's averaging a double-double. I'm upset about that shit.
Clearly. Here's my question.
That's why I went to the watermelon flavor of White Claw to calm down.
That N-word them came out with that watermelon. Here's my question.
Yeah.
Why are you taking charges? Like I can't name too many high caliber guards outside of like a basic fundamental type basketball player, which I don't think you were.
No. I didn't even play guard. I didn't even play guard in high school, which is part of the problem. I played the 4 at this height at 100. Like my football weight, I played about 175 to 185. My basketball weight was like 160. So with the amount of running we did.
And I know I give you shit all the time about Chicago, but Chicago is it's not New York, it's not LA, and Chicago is basketball. So for you being 6'3", 165 pounds, which means you were probably closer to like 160, 155.
Yeah.
You being that height, playing the 4 in Chicago, which is Chicago, so I know down at Simeon and everywhere else, like they had some 6'9", 6'10" cat playing power forward at 230.
Yeah, I'll give you the prime example. And then we can wrap this up and get to our next topic, whatever it be. I'll put it this way. Eddie Curry's in my class. There you go. So I was out in the west suburbs, and I played the 4 to the 5 my senior year at 6'3". I was the tallest dude on our team that could play. We had a 6'9" kid, Ben Brockschmidt. He was a good dude, man. But he was that typical 6'9", just wasn't ever coordinated, didn't have the coordination to go with the height. He was just 6'9", but loved to play, was a decent player. You know what I mean? Like he was all right, you know what I mean, for that. But yeah, that's the prime example. Like Pierre Pierce and I are the same. I know I'm not supposed to bring up Pierre Pierce's name a whole lot on here based on, but I grew up with Pierre. Me and Pierre are the same height. Pierre played point guard. Pierre's one of the best point guards to ever play in the state of Illinois. Andre Iguodala and I, 2 inches apart. Iggy played the 2, the 3. It is what it is, man. That basically me playing the 4 or 5 lets you know what high school I went to, Chris. That basically sums up Hinsdale South basketball when I was there.
Let me give you this, and then we'll wrap this thing up. Anthony Davis, which is a couple years after you. Anthony Davis, his freshman year or sophomore year down in Chicago, before he hit his growth spurt, was playing point guard at like 6'3".
Yeah.
But you were a 4 or 5.
Listen, when I tell you, this is what I'm basically, because I got a screwball hat on. What I'm trying to say is, understand that gives you an idea about what my high school was when I was growing up, because I was 6'3" and I could jump and rebound and athletic. And they say, well, we're going to play you at the 4 or 5. Now, I grew up playing on the wing. If you'd have told me, hey, you're going to be a point guard, I probably would have went and tried to work on my dribbling a little bit more. It wasn't like I didn't have dudes that could have worked on my dribbling. They just said, you're going to play like I was doing the Sean Marion thing. Shout out Sean Marion, because he's from the crib too. I was doing Sean Marion stuff before Sean Marion was even in the league, because I was like this stretch floor that could hit threes, but I had the guard down there, and I was getting busted by these 6. Look here, man. I barely could play perimeter defense. They put me down there. I told you the story about Scott Dunza. Everybody knows if Scott Dunza is out there and knows that Scott Dunza, shout out to you for putting 29 on me in the post. 6'2" post guy. I didn't have no business playing in the post. I ain't have no width. I weigh 230 pounds right now. And you can barely tell because I got on all black like the old man. So that's where we're at. That's where we're at, Chris. Look, LeBron James, this movie looks like it's going to be decent, man.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, let's just call it what it is, man. It hasn't been a good run for sequels, and I'm just going to leave it at that. I'm glad we've missed some cycles. There's some things that we're going to rehash throughout this next week, but there's some things I will gladly kind of just leave where it is out of respect to what certain people and things mean to me. I'm not even going to tarnish it with this show. I'm not even going to go there. So that's where I'm at.
So with all that being said, this has been the comeback episode of the Good Guys of What's Good America. And if they still are our idea about Space Jam 3 and them zooming in on the Space Jam 11s, it's on wax, so cut that check.
Yeah.
But all that being said, this is What's Good America. That's Big Game James. I am the macho man himself, Chris the Savage. Screwball, we coming for you.
Unofficial sponsor, babe. Look, I'm here You getting tagged in all this. Like, I bought this. Y'all didn't get, like, just say that y'all are our official sponsors. And I promise you, we will not let you down. You need us. You have no idea. Chris Turner has already made you global in Montana.
Pretty that happened.
And Jacksonville.
Dallas Leslie, I still got a bottle for you. I don't see Dallas, man, so I don't get the shit. Dallas, I got a bottle for you. All that being said, Big Game James, I'm C-Dot Turner, man, and all we want to know is the same thing we ask you every time. What's good, America?
What's good, America?